Soccer League. Hummel, UW Stevens Point Marshfield. A special thank you to our jersey sponsor, El Mezcal. The Chamber of Commerce in Marshfield, Zaleski Sports. The Villas of Marshfield, Holiday Inn and Suites. The Chamber of Commerce of Greater Wausau, Passage, Heinzen Printing and Promotion, Prairie Run Dental, the Marshfield School District, Enlight, Fox 54, the Marshfield Youth Soccer Association, Perkins Restaurant and Bakery, Holiday Inn and Suites of Marshfield, the Booster Club, the Grey Dog, American by Wyndham of Marshfield, the Heart of Wisconsin Chamber of Commerce, Baymont by Wyndham of Marshfield, Fox 25 and Fox 48 Television of La Crosse and Eau Claire, Draxler Transport, Jake's Quality Repair, UCAN Promotions, Pizza Ranch, Enterprise Rental, Dr. Nick Bennett, Dr. Coder, Dr. Chatty Leon, Dr. Giant and Apuma Verde, Scott and Margie Olson, Eddie and Jordan Bossum, Jason and Liz Jonas, Gustavo and Lourdes Flores, and Brian Camp. Let's thank our board members, Alex Edo, Serene Edo, Brian Dean, Sarju Patel, Eddie Bossum, and Gustavo Flores. A big thank you to our volunteers, Amanda Rust, Shane Burling, Carlo Esquerdo, Tara Manguil, Cher Eileen, Dr. Shadi Leon, Jason Jonas, our mascot David, and Dr. Anthony Andrews. Now please welcome both teams onto the pitch. Wearing the blue kits with white numerals. Number 0, Augustin Wanrod. Number 3, Zakaria Daru. Number 4, Taylor Pill. 7, Juan Lopez. Number 12, Jamie Limconti. Number 18, Davis Nelson. 23, Max Ludwig. 25, Jai Heish Bailey. 27, Paul Saez. 40, Noah Corrigan. And 97, Javier Steinwasher. Now for the Wisconsin Conquerors wearing their black kits with gold numerals. Tonight's goalkeeper, number 1, Seth Jonas. Number 2, Sergio Carmago. Number 5, Evan Bartz. 7, Tomaz Bingai. Number 10, Zilfi Alu. Number 11, Shade Kaiser. Number 13, Riley Stevens. 16, Thomas Jackson. 17, Juan Landeros. 19, Luke Kam. And 20, Mayir Patel. Now those who are able, please stand as we welcome Ava Santram to the microphone for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave
welcome to a night of soccer in Marshfield. My name's Chris Conley. Opening whistle is coming up in just a moment. The Wisconsin Torrent, who are based here in Marshfield, this is a home game for them. It's the Wisconsin Conquerors taking on the Milwaukee Torrent. Milwaukee is in the blue kits with the white numerals. The Wisconsin Conquerors, again, based here in Marshfield. It's a beautiful night for soccer. They're wearing their black kits with the gold numbers. Our opening whistle will come in just a moment. It's been hot today here. We got up to 85 degrees. Got a little bit of a breeze to cool us off. I'm sure these players are happy for the cloud cover instead of the direct sunlight as we move into the later parts of the day. Let's meet the keepers. Seth Jonas, who will have the goal to our left for the Wisconsin Conquerors, and Augustin Warnad for the Torrent. Actually, beg your pardon, for the first half, it'll be the Conquerors who will have the wind with them as we get underway here, as the teams have just changed sides before getting underway. Again, opening whistle in just a moment. We'll play two 45-minute halves tonight. So happy to be here with you. I'm Chris Conley, your last-minute pinch hitter announcer. Jason Zaleski, who's normally on the mic for these games, is on assignment for this evening. Got younger Z, Trevor Zaleski, who's handling all the tech tonight. And boy, I mean, the only thing I'm qualified to do here is talk. Someone else has to do everything else. If you played any kind of sport in hot, humid weather like this, what's the number one thing that your coaches or your athletic trainer would tell you? You've got to be hydrating the day before. So these players had to be pushing the water, the Gatorade, or whatever it is that's used today to get themselves all powered up for today. The Torrent will possess first, and we're waiting for our opening whistle. And plays in. So far, the Conquerors today in 6 matches have no wins, 4 losses, and 2 ties. But the 2 ties have come in their last 3 outings, and they haven't played for nearly a week, so maybe a little time to regroup. This is played back to the keeper as the Torrent possess here in the opening moments. There is a wind, 15 to 20 miles per hour. It's blowing from right to left across our Zaleski Sports cameras. Conquerors are possessing for the first time. Both teams feeling each other out. The touch lines extend beyond the out-of-bounds lines and the player boxes here at Marshfield. The field is not as long as it might be, as the goals are right back above the end line if we were set up for football, for American-style football. And this is still a newer facility, so this is the newer type, the individual blade of artificial turf that we play on. You remember the old artificial turf of years gone by. It was like playing on a carpet. None of that here. This is actually a field that plays very well for soccer. I've done a couple of high school games here in the past. And the field plays fast and true. The Torrent arrived by coach bus, so that's what, about a 3-hour and 20-minute ride up from Milwaukee? Neither team with a run yet in our opening 2 minutes. Conquerors come up and challenge. That was Zaid Kaiser. Kaiser now will try to straighten this out. It goes over the end line. This is going to be a goal kick. Kaiser came up, tried to make something happen, but couldn't possess the ball in the tight quarters there. Goal kick coming for the Torrent, and they'll play this short. What level of soccer are these players? These are mostly college-level players who are continuing to play this level of club soccer now that their college seasons are over. Think of that as like the College Baseball World Series. Some of those players may find their way over to the Northwoods League. Here's a high ball trying to get it in, bouncing and unable to make the connection there. Mayer Patel was the closest Conqueror to it. Conquerors possess again. To the middle in traffic, now off to the side. You know, here in our first 3 minutes, it's the Conquerors who have possessed more. There's the first shot on goal from the far side. Not particularly well struck and easily gathered in by Augustin Warnad. Conquerors possess again. A line drive scooping shot from Zilfi Adu, and it's gathered in. So a couple of early looks at the net, nothing particularly promising yet. That ball's a little bit long, but gathered in from outside the box. Shot, score! First look at the net, and it's a goal. I believe that's Max Ludwig, number 23. Ludwig at the 4-minute mark. And Milwaukee will play from in front. That's a little bit frustrating for the Conquerors. They had more possession in the opening moments, got a couple of looks at the net, unable to cash them in, and then the first shot on goal is good for the Milwaukee Torrent. The Torrent have played 6 games so far this season, 2 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws. There's room on the wing here. See if the Torrent can get this straightened out. High cross, no one there. Headed still near the box. The Conquerors got to get this out of danger, and they do. Conquerors looking for a counterattack. It's too long. The goal that's been scored is not yet up on the scoreboard here. I'm sure it will be. Fans know that it's 1-0. Official time being kept on the field. High ball, and it's a race, a little bit too long. Keeper comes and heads it out. He's out of his box. Unable to clear. Juan Landeros tried to keep the chance alive. Now all the way down to the other end. Will be gathered in by Seth Jonas, the keeper for the Conquerors. Another chance here, but too long, and a sliding stop for Seth Jonas. Someone is arriving here to put that goal on the scoreboard. Yeah, we do no technical stuff here. I talk only. Conquerors playing short, contact, play through that. It's out of bounds over the touchline. Conquerors will throw in deep in their own offensive end. Actually, they have called a foul there, so let's see what Zilfi Adu can make of this. Two-player wall. See if he tries to lift this. Goalkeeper is lined up along the near side post and now centers himself in net. Put towards the far side post, too strong and out of play. Goal kick. So nothing comes of the foul deep in the offensive third. There is a chance of some rain tonight. You know what? That's going to be done after our match this evening is done. Torrent play from in front, and they possess now to the near side. The ball is too long and skips towards the goalkeeper. Seth Jonas gathers it in. Chipped ahead along the near side. Keeping it in is Shade Kaiser. Can Kaiser create from the wing? No, that went out of play. Went over the touchline. Kaiser was operating in tight quarters. Well, the Conquerors challenge from close end, got the goalkeeper out of position, and it's a defender who has to make the stop as the last line of defense. That was Jamie LeConte, who suddenly had to defend his goal and was up to the task. So the Conquerors, trailing 1-0, were aggressive there, and it almost paid off. Throw in along the far boundary. Conquerors couldn't keep possession. Torrent will throw in from deep in their own defensive end. As we lose more of the sunlight, we'll play under the brand new LED lights here at Marshfield. On the newer fields that have LED lights, I'm still getting used to them. I mean, like every new baseball field, you put in new lights, that's what you put in. It's going to become more common for football, both this type of football and high school football this fall. You know how you can tell the LED lights? Well, they're square, and they're pointed straight down. The LED lights are brighter, well, that's a good thing, but they don't illuminate as large an area. From the wing, the Torrent are trying to create here. They're inside the box on the far side. A little bit of contact, play through that. And the Conquerors have taken the ball away, out of danger now. Counter-attacking opportunity. Torrent have 4 players back on the far side. Tripped. No foul. Ball's out of play. It'll be a throw-in. Boy, I would imagine there'll be more than one goal scored tonight. But in soccer, perhaps more than any other sport, playing from in front early can change the picture of an entire match. And that's the luxury that the Torrent have right now. There's a trip along the far side that's outside the box. That player is down and hurt. Now helped up. This ball is going to be lofted into the scoring area. So a dangerous spot here for the Conquerors. Can't go down 2-0. Got to defend this kick that's coming up from the far side. Twelfth minute, so we are still early for this Tuesday night. Played short and now into the center. Off a screen, shot is high and over the top, out of play. Big foot from pole size. Well played, because, I mean, what you want is separation so that ball can be well struck, and indeed it was. let's see, if I'm correct, our high school soccer seasons are over. Or if not, this coming weekend they'll be playing their championships. I'm not sure. I normally follow a lot of D.C. Everest high school sports. Everest girls soccer was good this year, knocked out by Kimberly, one of the best teams in the state. Kimberly beat the Everest girls twice, 6-0, without Everest best player Jenna Bauman. Kind of a tricky hop there for the keeper, and Austin Warnod has it. And then the Evergreens lost a second time in the playoffs, eliminated by Kimberly 4-1. In close quarters, out of play, a throw in for the Conquerors. Right near the middle of our pitch. Conquerors again from another 15 yards further down the field. Not much separation there. Wow, trying to thread the needle on the far side of the box. Nothing doing. Torrent takes the ball away deep in their own end. Conquerors keep the pressure on. Looks like they're taking that ball away. Nope, Torrent has it back. Got a whistle. Yeah, that's a foul on the Conquerors. I don't think the official liked the push there. Juan Landeros, I think, was having his arm out to create that separation, and the whistle sounded because of it. Long ball down the field, and too long. Uh-oh, and given away, and the keeper is out of position, and a goal has been scored. Goalkeeper came up, and Juan Lopez made the Conquerors pay for it. Lopez, at the 14-minute mark, makes it 2-0. Sometimes the goals you allow are unforced errors, and that was one of them. Keeper was way out, couldn't get to the ball. Whole mouth of the net was open. So the hole is a little deeper for the Conquerors here. Tomas Bingay had it in the center. Now it's played back. Nope, turned over. And the Torrent with a run along the near side. Juan Lopez. Lopez tries to center. Pinballs around. Conquerors have it, and this ball should soon be out of danger. You know, if these players are all from different college teams during the season, they've played enough soccer here with these current clubs that you would think the communication should be good, that players should begin to know each other's tendencies. Conquerors will have a throw-in. I believe we have a substitute waiting at the middle of the field to come into the game. We will identify that player in just a moment. Eli Camacho subs in for the Conquerors. Camacho on now at the 17-minute mark. Torrent looking to create from the wing. Fancy footwork and gets it back. Torrent still possess to the far side. Back to the center and back here. Zakaria Dawu thought about moving forward, instead plays it back. Steinwasser's the player on the wing. Again, plays it back. The Torrent will play this back to their keeper. I mean, just down 2-0 early. Conquerors have to try and create something, have to get one of these goals back. In traffic, rolls towards Seth Jonas, who gathers this in. Along the wing, Zifi Alou has Shane Kaiser quickly ahead of him. Now waits for another player to catch up. Player goes down in the box, no whistle. Play through it. There was contact there, but a 50-50 ball. Torrent off to the wing, chip forward. Paul Zayas with a run. Now as a player filling in, here's a shot and another goal. It's 3-0. That's Juan Lopez, who's just scored his second goal at the 19-minute mark. 3-0. Lopez finds the back of the net twice. More substitutes are coming on for the Conquerors. We'll identify these two new players as soon as they turn their backs to us. One of the new players is Mark Ramdeen. In fact, Ramdeen's handling the ball right now. Played across, too strong and over the touchline. Conquerors will throw in. Eli Camacho got a touch just a moment ago. He's one of the players who was also subbed in. Trying to play this forward. This is a foot race, and the Torrent defender is further back. See, you can pack the defense in when you have the luxury of the 3-0 lead. I guess one of the things that will take shape over the years ahead for the Wisconsin Conquerors, what kind of players will they get to come to central Wisconsin to spend their summers? Got physical there at 3-0, and the foul is called against the Torrent. I mean, where are the other teams in the league? Well, they're in Kansas City and Des Moines and in St. Louis. I would tell you this, that a summer of playing soccer in central Wisconsin, I mean, look, we do a lot of complaining about our winters. But our summers here are glorious. Rare are the days where it's so hot that you see the heat coming off the pavement. I mean, we've got more days in the 70s than anything else. This ball is too long towards the near side post and out of play. Now, I know St. Louis and Kansas City, there's more to do. But if you want to step away from the distractions of that kind of life and spend a summer focusing on soccer, here is a fine place to do it, here in central Wisconsin. I think to make a baseball analogy that there are a lot of Northwoods League college baseball players who find that being a step away from these distractions. There's a shot, hard, a bullet, save. Best look for the Conquerors so far tonight. Off the foot of Zilfi Alou. And you know, you look at the Northwoods League baseball standings, what team's good year after year? Madison, because Madison's considered a cool place to spend the summer. College town, lake community, lots going on there. From a tough angle, trying to center into traffic, cleared out of danger. We're at the middle stages of the first half. We're in the 23rd minute. You know, I had a baseball coach once who said that he thought the only team worth playing for in the Northwoods League, now this is baseball, not soccer, he said was the Eau Claire team, the Eau Claire Express. And why? He said because they had the best field. He said if you don't want to play summer baseball and wind up getting injured. He said, so look at the field, look at how the grounds are. And the stadium in Eau Claire at Carson Park is always in tremendous shape. Played short on the near side. Torrent trying to get this centered. Take it away deep. Conquerors got to get this out of danger. And they do. Played to the center and take it away. Eli Camacho. But given right back. Got to be long-winded to run this one down. Ball kind of skidded back there. Trying to turn, shot. Tough angle. Tough angle to have to turn around and strike that ball, so not really on net. Zilfi Alou, whose name we've called a couple of times. Conquerors shot there, got through, saved, and then headed out of play. There's going to be a corner kick, I believe. Corner for the Conquerors coming from the far side. See if the Conquerors can do anything with a set piece. First corner of the night. Into traffic, bounces around and over the touchline. Goal kick. We have the concession stand going here at night, so at halftime, hot dogs and brats will be served. You know, if you love the beautiful game, you could do a lot worse than a pretty night like this. After a hot day, it's starting to cool down a little bit. Got a lot more soccer to go before we're finished up tonight. Conquerors have it, tried to play it short. Eli Camacho couldn't get it through. High ball there, we're going to play through that. looked a little dangerous. 2-on-2 coming back the other end. Bouncing and off to the side. Conquerors will play it out of bounds and make Milwaukee throw it in deep in their own offensive end. Max Ludwig gave Milwaukee the lead at the 4th minute, and then 2 Juan Lopez goals. One with the keeper out of position at the 14th minute, and then Lopez again at the 19th minute. Into traffic, circling back. Well struck. Hit the post, hit the crossbar, and comes out. So we stay at 3-0. This is Steinwasser. Fancy footwork, got it in close and leaves it for one of the trailers and wide. Unselfish play, just no finish. Steinwasser did all the work, got past 2 of the defenders. Then left it for a teammate. This is going to be a corner kick from the near side. Line drive, back, and out of danger. Playing in tight quarters there along the far touchline. Milwaukee will throw in, deep in their own end. Played back. Wow, threading the needle. That's a nice pass, but a tough angle. A good save there by Seth Jonas. Jonas went down low and protected, guarding the near side post. Pretty pass in tight quarters. Sub coming on for the Conquerors now. The fresh legs there are Alan Wilson Wright, who was just pushed off the ball. That's the whistle that we sound. He's the sub that just came in during the stoppage a moment ago. Played over to the near side. Mark Ramdeen. Shot there, tipped up and over. That's a nice save. Augustin Warnrod. That's the best look at the net for the Conquerors in a while. Warnrod showing his good vertical. Up and tipped it over the crossbar. Nice play. Corner kick now from the far side. You know, what's the biggest difference between high school and college soccer? It's the goalkeepers. No question. High school soccer, you're lucky if you've got a kid, particularly in the girls' game. And I've just seen more girls' soccer this spring than I've saw boys' soccer in the fall. Rare is the female goalkeeper at the high school level who can cover post to post. Just the goal is too big, and generally the high school girl goalkeepers are too small. That holds true for a lot of the boys, too. Then you get up to the college level, give me a more rangy kid who's 6'3" or maybe 6'4", and's got a bigger wingspan. Yeah, they can cover post to post. Then give me someone who's got, say, the vertical leap of a basketball player. If they can't score on you, they can't beat you, right? No, I think particularly at the lower levels of soccer, at the more developmental levels, developing a good goalkeeper gives your team a huge advantage. Jamie Linconti with the run here. And had the ball get too far out in front of him, it's taken away. No mistakes here for the Conquerors. They're deep in their own defensive end. This ball is ahead. Here's a run coming from Mark Ramdeen. Ramdeen on the wing. Can he create from here? Ramdeen trying to get back to the center and was denied the shot. It's a good defensive challenge. Shot there in traffic. Skips to the arms of the goalkeeper, Augustine Wenrod. There's a whistle there. The Conqueror player was holding the player who was trying to get the ball, was trying to hold Juan Lopez. Whistle sounds, quick restart. Conquerors take the ball away. Shot there is wide. Trying to let it go early there was Owen Williams. Williams is one of the subs who's come on for the Conquerors. Williams sensed that a defender was coming up behind him, so let it fly early, and he's wide of the near side post. 35th minute, so about 10 minutes to go here in the first half. There will be some stoppage time, too, as 3 goals have been scored. Again, got 2 players back. The Conqueror player, who was the 1 on the 2, tried to sell that he was pushed. No whistle. Coming back the other way, now a whistle and a stoppage. Along the far side, just keeping that ball in play. Referee didn't like the push. Nope, just signaling that one out of play. We're going to have a throw in at midfield near the touchline. Unable to keep that in play, given right back to Milwaukee. The Milwaukee Torrent are in the blue kits with the white numerals. Our Wisconsin Conquerors are in the black kits with gold numerals. El Mezcal, great food at El Mezcal, is our uniform sponsor. If I could change anything, I would make the numbers bigger on the Conquerors kits. Promising chance here, off the goalie's hands and in 4-0. So sometimes just nothing goes right. Keeper got his hands on it. And then the ball gently and slowly rolls into the net. Goal coming at the 37th minute to make it 4-0. Well, that's another goal for Juan Lopez. Lopez has 3 goals tonight. We were waiting for a minute for Juan to turn his back to us at midfield and reveal his number. Juan Lopez, number 7, big night. What do you want here? You want the Conquerors not to be demoralized. Look to play better in the second half. Use that as a building block for your next match, right? Of course. Team has 2 draws on its ledger. A win will come. I'm sure it will. Goalkeeper comes way out. Ball is up. Keeper's got to get back to his line, and he does. Two of our ball chasers were both ready to go. Just kept in play by Taylor Pill along the near sideline. Pill gets it back. Tries to feed small and now trying to center. That's again the second time that we've seen Javier Steinwasser be unselfish and try and get that to someone who had a better look. This time disrupted. Five minutes to play in our first half. We're in the 40th minute. Saved along the end line. Now a centering pass. Wow, a good save there. Getting a hand on that was Seth Jonas. Jonas, the keeper, disrupted that chance. Torrent plays this back. In traffic again, while Juan Lopez, who already has 3 goals, had that on his foot, maybe for a 4th. Not to be. A lot of contact fighting for that ball along the far side, out of play. Torrent still possesses along the far side. The Conquerors have only 2 players back, so here comes another promising run. Stopping Lopez again, a rare misfire. He's high over the crossbar. Juan Lopez has scored 3 times tonight in the 14th, 19th, and 37th minute and was still looking for more on that chance. Coming down to our closing couple of minutes of the first half. I'm looking ahead at our Zaleski sports schedule. Tomorrow, I have American Legion Baseball. We'll be over at Simon Field on the D.C. Everest campus. It'll be D.C. Everest against Wisconsin Rapids. And then more baseball ahead on Thursday, D.C. Everest against Marshfield. Big summer of American Legion Baseball and some soccer look-ins, too, here on Zaleski Sports. Moving forward here is Evan Bartz. Plays it off to the wing. A little bit of a long run there from Mark Ramdeen. Ramdeen tried to get that on goal, knocked away by the defender, sliding and helping his keeper on the near side post. That's a nice defensive play. Corner kick coming up for the Conquerors. High with a little air under it, into traffic. Keeper came out and tried to battle for that and got a hand on it. Is the goalkeeper okay? Collision there outside the goal mouth. Everyone's up and everyone's all right. This will be a goal kick. Augustine Warnod working on a shutout here in the closing moments of the first half. Numbers here for the Conquerors, but unable to control the ball on the far side. Trying to fight for it inside the big box. Shot, tried to get that centered, goes across the goal mouth and out of play. We are at the 45th minute in the first half, so we are in stoppage time now before we come to halftime. Official time is kept on the field. Into traffic and headed out of danger. Torrent coming back the other way in the closing moments of half number one. Steinwasser again. Everyone okay there? Steinwasser is slow to get back to his feet. Now Steinwasser gathers himself. Walks away gingerly. A wall of one on the restart. Taylor Pill will start this for the Torrent. Chipped into the box, traffic. Over to the far side and out. Second minute of stoppage time. Ball is too long, but you know what? On the far side, shot's too high. That chance was for Taylor Pill. Pill too tall over the crossbar. Stoppage time enters a third minute. Got a foul there. Torrent will restart. Trying to create from the wing. Shot pinballs up and out of play. That's going to bring our first half to a close. 3 goals for Juan Lopez. Milwaukee leads 4-0 at halftime. This is Tuesday night soccer coverage on Zaleski Sports. Welcome back to Marshfield, where play is about to come back in for the second half. The Milwaukee Football Club, the Torrent, up 4-0, 3 goals for Juan Lopez in the first half. I see from our in-press box Doppler radar that there is a chance of some rain showers moving through. Most of that may stay to our north. Let's hope so. We'll play through the weather as long as there's no thunder and lightning. Don't want that on a 4-0 night. Waiting to make sure that our keeper, Seth Jonas, is ready. Justin Dos Santos will be in net for the second half for the Conquerors. Thank you for the help. We appreciate that. Whistle sounds and play is in. Turned over, and the new keeper may be tested early. Shot there. Oh, over the crossbar. We stay at 4-0. Max Ludwig, who was a goal scorer, a little too tall on that. Goal kick coming. We had a youth soccer clinic here on this field before our game began. Nice to see. You know, the number of kids who are playing soccer at an earlier and earlier age just continues to grow. Nice ball ahead, shot saved down low. Augustin Warnod with a stop. Let's see, is that Seth Jonas who put that ball on goal? Jonas was the keeper in the first half. Riley Stevens has it here. Stevens plays it across. Just underway second half. Looks like the Conquerors' first win of the season will not be tonight. They had tied 2 of their last 3 matches, so playing a little bit better. Played off to the near side wing. Zakaria Dow to the center. In traffic and out. Again, I'm looking for something if I'm the Conquerors that I can build on for a future match. Try and play better in the second half. Gave up 4 goals in the first. In traffic just outside the box. That's a nice ball to the near side. Stopping, looking for some separation that didn't come, and then high over the crossbar. You know, from the press box, it's so easy to see what you could do. Probably you should have put that ball on goal earlier. But again, we're up high. We've got a much easier perspective than when you're down at field level. And they're trying to navigate all those opponents. Played into the center. Alan Wilson Wright had a touch for a moment. Riley Stevens tried to take that away. Instead, the Torrent possess again and play it back. They've got the luxury of dictating terms with the 4-0 lead. To the center. This is chipped ahead. Shot. Great save. Rebound, though, is a score. 5-0. At the 49th minute. Zakaria Dow is the goal scorer. Milwaukee takes it away again, and there's room on the near side. Dow, who just scored a moment ago, here's a nice ball ahead. Led a little too far for Max Ludwig. Tried to get that centered. One of the defenders saved the goalkeeper from a tough chance at close range. Wow, that's a nice pass in traffic, but offside. Flag went up on the far side. Far side linesman signaled right away, so nothing was going to come of that. Offside is tricky for the newer soccer fan. You've got to look at the second offensive player, and are they beyond the last defender? If you watch a high-quality, say, a Premier League telecast, they'll put a line right on the screen on the replay, and then you'll see it. When you see it superimposed that way, offside calls are usually obvious, but sometimes at real time, at full speed, a little more difficult. Rolled through traffic, a save there for Augustin Warnad. Played off the wing. Got to try and center here. No one's on that player, and it's a score. That's a defensive breakdown. Someone's got to mark that player coming up across. Zakaria Dow has scored his second goal of the second half at the 53rd minute. So Zakaria has 2 goals. Juan Lopez has 3, all in the first half. And it is 6-0. Well, when the first win comes for the Conquerors, it'll be that much more sweet that they've had to wait a while for it. Along the near side, Mark Ramdeen. Played back towards the center. Short ahead, Ramdeen has it again. Couldn't make the connection. Ramdeen gets it back. Shot here, wide. Hit the post. Hit the wrong side of the net on the near side and bounces away. We're in our 54th minute of match play. We'll have a goal kick to restart. Couple of substitutes coming on for Milwaukee. Alejandro Martinez is on. Scored 2 goals the last time Milwaukee played. Up and out of play. Bounces off our bleachers here in Marshfield. We were talking earlier. How old is this stadium? This is at least 5 years old. I know the first time I was here, it was for a high school football game. American football, not this football. And it was freezing cold. You see all the way across the way, there's a very small press box on the visitors' side, on the far side where the soccer benches are here. Shot there, save at point-blank range. Got to get this out of danger, and they do. Well, there's no heat in there. Up here is nice and toasty for cold winter nights. So on the home team side, the bigger press box, everybody's comfy. But we're doing the radio broadcast from the far side. And we're going in there, and there's a big black box that's got vents on it. And we're trying to figure out, that must be the heater. We're trying to figure out, how do we open this heater? And you need like a special fireman's key to open it. So we're shaking at it or trying to get it open, and it's not the heater at all. It's their internet box over there across the way. Need a lot of internet to run a stadium of this size. So no, we just bundled up by the end of that football game. If I remember, Marshfield beat the Evergreens that day. And we're saying, gee, I can't feel my toes. Can't feel my feet. But we had thought for sure at a new facility like this, there had to be heat across the way, and there was not. The voice of Marshfield Tigers football for years is Gene Delisio. He shares his voice talents on our Zaleski sports microphones. Across the way for that very cold football game, yeah, Gene was here in the spot that I'm in tonight. Toasty warm. Everybody in Marshfield knows Gene Delisio, the morning mayor of Marshfield, Wisconsin. Tell you something since we're talking about different types of football. Gene Delisio is a fan of Canadian rules football, where the field's got a 55-yard line and is super wide. And you punt on third down. You know what the problem is with Canadian football? When a team is struggling to move the ball, there just seems to be punt after punt after punt, and the game has no flow. Yeah, I've got very limited knowledge of how they play football in Canada. I know that for years they had 2 teams that were named Tiger Cats. One was one word, Tiger Cats, and one was Tiger space Cats. I think one of the teams has since changed its name. Do you remember a couple of seasons ago the Packers were going to play a preseason game up in Winnipeg? That's a Canadian Football League city. Now, in the Canadian Football League, the goalposts are actually on the goal line, not behind the end zone. And as the players were working out, there were some complaints about how the hole that the goalposts go in was covered up. I mean, that's in the field of play for an NFL game, and they wound up canceling the game. And of course, it's an NFL preseason game, so no one's really enthusiastic about playing those NFL preseason games all that much. I mean, soon the league's going to go to an 18-game schedule and have just 2 practice games. From close range, goalkeeper gets a foot on it. It's a good save for Justin Dos Santos. Cleared out of danger. Yeah, that's how you know that the NFL preseason games are not all that good. One was canceled and no one seemed to care. I remember a few years earlier they had the Hall of Fame game that had to be canceled because the logo that was painted onto the center of the field didn't take right. So it was slippery. Players were cutting across the center of the field at the 50-yard line and were losing their footing. And of course, no one wants to be injured in a practice game either. Aaron Rodgers, love him or not, has the right idea. Not all that interested in playing in the preseason games. Get yourself into playing shape through practice, and then let it rip week 1 of the season. Here we're entering our 60th minute in a 6-0 match. There's a nice ball shot and a save in front of the goal mouth. Augustine Warnrod denies Wisconsin again. It's a nice ball forward. Played off to the wing, and there's room for Alejandro Martinez. Martinez advances, leaves it for a trailer shot over the crossbar. Hits the football goal post behind the net. It's an unselfish idea for sure. Long ball, too long. Yeah, you see, that's the kind of ball when you're just trying to make something good happen. I mean, that's a low percentage pass, a ball that's in the air for some 40 yards. Just hard to make that connection. I get it. You're hoping to turn the script around, to get something good going here that so far hasn't happened tonight. Played to the near side. Short ball into the box. Now trying to center back. Shot there, not well struck. Up and back. Shade Kaiser is closest to it. From the wing, anything to create here. Across the goal mouth. Pass didn't get there fast enough. Milwaukee is counterattacking. Max Ludwig. Max got the scoring started tonight in the 4th minute. You know, the earlier couple of minutes looked a little different than the match does right now. The Conquerors got 2 looks at the goal, unable to get any of them to the back of the net, and then at the 4-minute mark, Milwaukee takes the lead and has not looked back since. Two of Milwaukee's goals are misplays. One, our goalkeeper was off of position. That's on the second Juan Lopez goal. And then no one marked up one of the closers in the center of the big box. Zakaria Darrow scored his second goal there at the 53rd minute. In the 64th minute of play now. Substitutes coming in for Milwaukee. Max Ludwig is coming off. Let's see who comes on. New player on is Brandon Kopp for the Torrent. I don't know. Do you think Milwaukee stays here tonight or they go back on the tour bus and come home tonight? 3-hour ride after we go final. We'll be playing till around 9:30, right? Take a half hour to pack everything up. So that's an early morning arrival back home if it's on the tour bus. Or do you bed down somewhere locally tonight? High bouncing ball off the turf, and it's grabbed by Justin Dos Santos. This ball gets through, got only the keeper to beat, and wow, just enough to alter things, and then a shot and a score, 7-0. I thought the goalkeeper was going to alter that chance just enough, and that's not the case. So 4-0 at halftime and 7-0 now. Alejandro Martinez is the goal scorer. Goal coming at the 71st minute tonight. So 4 goals in the first half and 3 more in the second for Milwaukee. Long ball ahead, played back. This is Samuel Abreu. In traffic, offside. Goalkeeper came out and made the stop anyway. Turning now is Tomas Bingai. Off to the wing. A little bit of room to advance there. Defense is packed in here. Here's a shot wide. Laying out nonetheless is Augustine Warnod. Augustine's working on a shutout tonight. That's really the only mystery as we get into the final 20 minutes of match play. Will the Conquerors be shut out tonight? A lot of pushing for that ball. We play on. To the center, shot, score. Alejandro Martinez has scored again. He has 2 goals tonight. Goal at the 73rd minute. Four goals in the first half, 4 goals here in the second. We've still got a lot of the second half to go. Torrent play this off to the side at midfield. High, long ball. Martinez tracks that down again. Gets to one of his teammates. Back. Shot is too tall. A misfire for Braden Kaup. It was a nice ball ahead, looking to turn on this, unable to get that straightened out towards the net. A throw in deep in the zone for the Conquerors. Whistle stops play for a moment. Goalkeeper was down for a moment too. Goal kick from here on the restart. "18 minutes of match play remaining before we go final. Rolled back to the keeper, now to the far side of the pitch. Tried to slide that long ball ahead, barely kept in on the far touchline. Yeah, I don't like that play. The Torrent player is up over the back, and the Conquerors player got the worst of the collision. Let's see who's back up and okay. Owen Williams not very happy about that. Yeah, I've got that. In an 8-0 game, you don't want to be injured. The Torrent player clearly wasn't up and down, so the foul is right. No card there. Here's a nice ball ahead. Martinez, who's got a couple of goals already, gets it to the center. Fancy ball, tapped to the near side, shot and a goal. Martinez has scored again. Alejandro Martinez has 3 goals, all in the second half. Nice placement there. Upper corner, far side. Martinez scores all 3 of his goals within the span of 10 minutes of match play. Now, just over 10 minutes, at the 71st, 73rd, and the 82nd minute. And it's 9-0. So from the first half, Juan Lopez had 3 goals. Alejandro Martinez has 3 in the second half. And earlier in the second half, at 4-0, Zakaria Darrow made it 5-0 and then 6-0. So the goals have come in bunches for Milwaukee. Another defensive breakdown. And again, it's Martinez. Whistle stops play and a foul, a delayed call. You know what? I would love to tell you that the Conquerors have played better in the second half. I don't think that's the case. Yellow card being issued here as Alejandro Martinez, who's got 3 goals, got tangled up. The card is shown to Mark Ramdeen. Again, where the outcome's not in doubt, you don't want to see any injuries, that's for sure. Taylor Pill will restart for Milwaukee. High ball into traffic, off to the far side, and out of play. This is going to be a corner kick from the far side. Well, we only have 12 minutes of match play left. It looks like we are going to escape the rain tonight. We may be driving home in it. Wow, tried to bicycle that, and it's a save by Justin Dos Santos. You know, it seems like the Torrent, particularly in the second half, have gathered in all of the loose balls. Played back, shot, that's a good save. Guarding the near side post. Justin Dos Santos up to the job. That's at close range, too. kick is coming up. Yeah, the Conquerors have not generated as many chances in the second half as they did in the first. Just feels like they indeed are going to be shut out tonight. Milwaukee's got 3 players playing back almost all the time. Defense is slow closing on this player. Like to create. Plays it off to the near side and back. Tough angle. Shot. Score. Ten nothing. A fan calls out, "Nice play, Lucas," but I'm not sure who the goal scorer was there. It is a 10th score with just under 9 minutes to play in the match. 10-0. And here's a turnover. Shot there, another goal. A goal on a turnover. That's Alejandro Martinez, who scored a 4th goal tonight. $11-0. Martinez has 6 goals in his last 2 games. That's a lot. Off to the far side. Conquerors play it back for the moment. Long ball ahead. Again, that's a hard connection to make. Holding it in along the end line. Can it get centered from there? Corner kick coming up from the near side. Shot there in traffic, well wide of the far post. Four nothing at halftime. 11-0 now. And now brings us to the 83rd minute. We'll be at full time when we get to 90 minutes of play. Played back for Finlay Skilling. Long ball ahead. Again, there's a defensive mistake. There's no one marking that player on the near side. No one was marking Alejandro Martinez. He's got 4 goals tonight. So again, these are the defensive mistakes that kind of have to be cleaned up. Six minutes to go in tonight's match. Long ball ahead. Alejandro Martinez has this, but has no angle from there. Tries to get it centered to a teammate. Sliding save along the near side post. Justin Dos Santos denies yet another chance. Milwaukee tonight has been a good passing team, particularly at close range. They've made more connections player to player than the Conquerors have. Along the near side, this is deflected, and in traffic, a stumbling save made by Justin Dos Santos. Mark Ramdeen with a run along the near side. Can Ramdeen get something centered from here? Got 1, 2, 3 players he's got to fight through, so he wisely plays it back. Now across to the other side. There's got to be more room over there. Played to the near side. Here's Alejandro Martinez, who's been a big spark for Milwaukee in the second half. Plays it back to Brandon Kopp. Kopp's got it again. Back to the goalkeeper, Augustine Warnod is about 2.5 minutes away from a shutout. There will be some stoppage time. There have been a lot of goals scored in this second half. You bet there have. 7 goals in the second half. Official time stops as we bring the ball from the goal back to the center line. Perhaps our referee with the chronometer will be merciful in what's an 11-0 game right now. Whistle here, didn't like that high play. Well, I'll tell you this. While tonight's match has been non-competitive, I've had a good time being here. It's been a pleasant evening. Middle of June. I'd love to be back. If I was invited back, I'd like to be here for the Conquerors' first win of the season. That would make the night even more fun. I mean, granted, there's just a different talent level. Milwaukee football's the better club tonight, by a lot. Some matches are like that. into the 89th minute. So in our closing moments here, let's wrap up. With the loss tonight, the Conquerors will fall to 0-5-2 on the season. The Milwaukee Torrent get back above 500, 3-2-2 for the year. Who are the stars of this game? Well, in the first half, Juan Lopez had 3 goals. Again, talented player. In a match that you have under control, we haven't seen him in the second half. Alejandro Martinez has 4 goals, all in the second half. And we now move into stoppage time as we're at our 90th minute. Whistle sounds, and that's going to do it. Final score tonight is 11-0. Milwaukee Football Club, the Torrent, over the Wisconsin Conquerors tonight. Keep at it, boys. The win will come sooner or later. Pleasant night in Marshfield. Glad to bring this game to you. Again, 3 goals for Juan Lopez in the first half. Alejandro Martinez with 4 goals in the second half. An 11-0 Milwaukee Football Club win. My name's Chris Conley. Thank you for joining us on Zaleski Sports. Good night, everybody.